Hello! Welcome back. My name is Tilly, if you didn't know that already. And today you are watching the only makeup tutorial you are ever gonna need. I'm gonna show you how to slay so freaking hard. I'm gonna show you the only way and the only correct way to do your makeup. Everyone get their little headband and let's beat the face. We've got our coffee, obviously. I will say, this is going to be like full beat. This is not running out the door makeup. This is not, it's like I do this like every day without meaning to, but it's gonna be a lot of steps. It's gonna be a lot of makeup. So if you don't normally beat your face, well, I don't know what to tell you. Let's get started. So first and foremost, can you guys bet what I'm gonna say right now? That's right. The only way your makeup is going to look good is if you prep your skin. If you're just simply putting on your makeup right away, putting your skin tint on, whatever, bronzer drop, whatever your first step is, first, and you don't prep your skin, that's why your makeup looks like crap. I hate to say it. I hate to tell you this. You need to prep your skin. Whether that is just simply a moisturizer, a glazing milk of some sort, primer, whatever. Some primers are kind of like stupid, but some of them are good. Some of them are good. I'm gonna go in with the Rhode glazing milk. This just hydrates the skin. It leaves a glowy base. If you don't have her, I really do suggest, if you want to get anything from Rhode, get that. And we're just gonna rub this into the base. I'm gonna try and go as in-depth as I possibly can in this video because you guys always ask me for so in-depth, and I'm doing this as a YouTube video because then I can make it long, and I don't know, it's just fun. Okay, next I like to use some sort of hydrating primer. So my favorite right now, I have a ton of favorite ones, but my go-to recently is the Refi Blur and Hydrate Primer. I would not say this really blurs the face, more just very hydrating and very glowy, and I have crowned myself the queen of glowy makeup. I love glowy makeup. I always like to go in with my last primer, which is a gripping primer, whether it's the regular milk one or this glowy milk one or whatever grippy primer. You want something that's gonna get tacky. This way our makeup is gonna last. But this is gonna get tacky on the skin, which is gonna help the makeup, like the skin tint, the bronzer, everything, grip to the face. But you want it to be tacky. Do you see that? Tacky. And look at the glow. And then let it dry down before anything, and I like to go wash my hands off because I don't like the feeling on my hand. I go do that now. So now that we've let it sit, you guys can see it's tacky. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, my neck and my face are completely different colors. That's because I'm addicted to self-tanner. It's a problem. And I only put it on my body. I don't put it on my face. It breaks me out, and every single time I put it on my face, it like peels off and it looks terrible. So I don't put it on my face. So we gotta match them. So I love bronzer drops. I've been a bronzer drop girly since before the Drunk Elephant ones became viral. Some people hate them. To each its own. I love them. My favorite are the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer. This is like, it's like supposed to be like a liquid bronzer, but one time I saw someone use it as like a bronzer drop, and I said, oh, that looks perfect, I need that. So I bought it. And then the Dibs Beauty Love Beam Perfector. This is just like a glowy product. I don't even know what you would describe this as, but it's literally just like glow in a bottle, and I just mix a little bit in with that. And I always put it on my forehead and on my two cheeks. This shade is Love Triangle and this shade is Medium. And brushes. Brushes are also very important. If you want your makeup to look good, you need good brushes. So I'm going to tell you my favorite brushes. I like to blend this out with a brush instead of my fingers because every single time I do it with my fingers, it just looks splotchy and uneven and it's not cute. So this is a Lawless foundation brush, but I use it for this. So, and I just blend this out. It kind of, I won't lie, it kind of looks like I'm spreading peanut butter on my face, but I swear it looks good in the end. I swear. Okay, now that those are on, we're gonna move on to eyebrows before we continue the base. This is very personal preference when it comes to the eyebrows, but I like to glue them to my face. This is the Ardell Beauty Brow Glue. This is like the most perfect eyebrow gel I've ever used. It doesn't flake, it doesn't get white and crusty. Your eyebrow hairs will not move the entire day. I feel like too, like you can use this just really lightly. I just put a lot, but like the amount you use, even if you just use a light amount, it's still gonna be really sticky. Most of the time I'm doing my makeup, it's for school and I'm gonna be wearing the makeup all day, so I do want it to last. Okay, now moving on back to the base. I like to use some sort of skin tint, some light coverage something. My current go-to favorite is the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Oh my gosh, I love this. stuff. If you watched my TikTok trying this, I fell in love with it and I've been using it ever since. But I do like it very light. I don't want full coverage. I don't want too much coverage, so I just take a little Durlap, put it on the back of my hand. All right, hands are super pale. Let's not talk about it. And then I'll either take a moisturizer, like, what is this? I have this one size base thinner that I love, or I'll take my Rhode Blazing Milk, put a little bit on the back of my hand, and just mix those together. This way it just kind of lightens the coverage up, and I just place it like under my eyes and kind of like down my cheeks, like that. Then we're gonna take a brush. This is a Versed. They just launched makeup, which also slays. But this brush I love because it's angled and it fits like so perfectly on my face. And the bristles are great and everything about it is very good and snazzy. Where do I put it? That's a great question, thank you. I focus it mainly like right here. And then any excess I just blend down, and I always make sure to get my eyelids. My eyelids are always super red. Mainly focusing it under my eyes, but then blending it down just so it's blended. And can we talk about like how beautiful this is on the skin? I mean, it just like melts right in and looks so natural. I'm obsessed, to say the least. Now I'll move on to liquid or cream bronzer. Now there are two that I wrote. Focus, thank you. No, focus on me. Where are we going? Hey! Thank you. There are two that I rotate through the most. First of all, Rare Beauty Liquid Contour. So good. And then this Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Y'all, my speech is just getting worse and worse. Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. This is the shade Medium Dark. I'm gonna use this today. And then I also will use the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. This is the most perfect brush. It's very versatile. I feel like it can be used for a lot of different things and I love it. And then we just go ahead and tap that into skin. I always tap my products into the skin. I do not swipe. I do not go like this. I tap. And where are we going to put it? That's such a great question. Thank you for asking. We're going to put it right above the cheekbone. So like right here. Like see how this is my cheekbone? I'm putting it like right here. And then I put it on my forehead, down my nose, and on my eyelids. So let's do that. Wow, I'm like a teacher basically. Because we're trying to lift the cheekbones. And also I always blend towards the hair. Don't blend down. Blend up. And then we're going to do the forehead, get in the hairline, kind of grody, but whatever. And then I take the other end, the smaller end, and I will down the sides of my nose. I'm not really contouring my nose, I just kind of am, but also I just feel like it, I don't really know why I do that, I just do. And then on the eyelid, blending it into the contour on the cheek, or the bronzer on the cheek, not the contour. And then I do put it on the eyelid and I just blend it into the cheek, so it's just all smooth and blended. Now I like to take an eye brightener. My current favorite one, I either like to take a color corrector or a color brightener. Wait, no. I either like to take a color corrector or an eye brightener. This is the one by Kosas. This is their color correcting, but I use the lightest shade, Shade Magic, and I don't really feel like it corrects my under eyes. It more just brightens. I also love this little applicator because it fits so perfectly in this like concave area of my eye. And I just put 2 dots right there, and I immediately blend it out. And I'm gonna blend it out with a different F4 brush. I think this is a different one. I can never tell. I'm gonna use the small side. The small side fits so perfectly under my eyes. It's like a big finger. It's so perfectly. And we're just gonna tap it. We're gonna tap it up. We're gonna follow like this line of like my brow and the outer corner of my eye and go up like this. Do you see how lifted and bright my under eye looks? Oh, this is an art. This is an art form. You cannot tell me I am not an artist. Almost creating this like triangle. Do you remember when people in like 2016 were doing like the huge triangles with their concealer? That's basically what we're doing, but more just putting it right underneath the under eye and blending it in that triangle instead of just putting it in the triangle. And boom, we are bright, we are lifted, we are slaying. Now for concealer. There's so many good concealers on the market. Like seriously, there are so many great ones. Tarte has a great one, Merit has a great one, Giorgio Armani has a great one, House Labs has a great one, Charlotte Tilbury has a great one. Like seriously, I feel like a lot of my ice machine is so loud. I have diagnosed myself with ADHD because it's actually horrendous how distracted I get. Right now, I actually just recently got this scent. This is the Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Concealer. I love that it has the word glow in it. This is in the shade 5. I don't like to use a lot of concealer because I feel as though, oh my gosh, why is it like, who is this on my face? Go away. Even though we're putting a lot of makeup on, we don't want it to look like we're wearing a lot of makeup. Another great little applicator, love. I'm just gonna put it literally 2 little dots just in this like inner part. And then I'm gonna also take some and put it on my lower cheek. I don't know, I really don't know how to explain this part, but this way it's gonna kind of carve out the cream bronzer that we put on to make our cheekbones pop even more. We're gonna let it sit while we wait for that to dry down a little bit. We're gonna do my eyebrows. I love lots of different eyebrow pencils. My two favorite are the Glossier eyebrow pencil. It's called, I think, Boy Brow Arch, and then this pen from Benefit. Look at that. It's so perfect. And I feel like this pen makes it look so much more natural. And so I'll just take this, and I think I have pretty like already full eyebrows, so I just do the inner part. I just put it in like the front, and I just do a few light strokes like that, like that. It's not like a ton of, you know, filling in, but it just adds a little bit to it, and it just looks so natural. It looks like literally my eyebrows hairs. I'm gonna check my phone really fast. BRB. Now we're gonna go back, F4 brush, and blend out the concealer. My camera's gonna die. That's so good. Again, same thing as the brightener, the same like triangle motion, blending it out, and then blend this out and just lightly kind of carve out that cheekbone. Now for pressed powder, my favorite, can you guess it? Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is One Fair. This is a BK Beauty brush. It's 109. I love this brush for powder. It fits, again, it's kind of like the same shape as this F4 brush. Oh, actually, I lied, they're the exact same. And it just fits so perfectly under the eyes. And even though we want to be glowy, we do want the makeup to last, and we don't want to look greasy. So we're gonna powder this. And I like to just powder mainly everywhere I put the concealer, not like the entire face, so under the eyes obviously, and then where we put the concealer on our cheeks, my smile lines, and like around the nose, and then I do a little bit just in the center of my forehead and in between my eyebrows, but really making sure to get a good amount under the eyes so we don't crease. I like a lot of blues. This is Rare Beauty Grateful. It's bright red. It's so red, and it's very pigmented. So we do a small little dot, and I like to put it kind of up on my cheek, a little bit on the nose, and a little on the forehead. Then shade Piggy by Rhode. I take this brush. This is from Persona. I love this brush for blush, and then blend them out together, focusing it more up than like down under the eyes, like up here and up into the hairline. Blend it into the bronzer like that. And then any excess, I just swipe on my eyelids, and boom, you've created the most perfect blush combo. Again, other side, keeping it really just like focused in the same area, bringing it a little bit down on like the apples of the cheeks, but not too much. Again, I feel like keeping it up here keeps the face lifted instead of like dragging it down. And then on the eyelids, I love putting blush on my eyelids. Okay, if we're really talking full beat makeup routine, we go in with a loose setting powder. I don't always do this, but since it's a YouTube video, I think we should. I love so many setting powders. Laura Mercier, great. Huda Beauty, great. Kosas, great. I've been obsessed with this one. I love the size of it. I love how much product you get in this, because like this is huge. So this is the shade Translucent Candy Rose Ultra Transparent. It's the pink one. This is like, it's like it's its partner, it's its sister. They're partners in crime. I take a little powder puff. This one's from Kosas, but you can really just get a powder puff on like Amazon. And I go ahead and press it, grab some on there. And then before we go on our face, we're gonna go in the back of our hand or just like wherever and just kind of tap the excess off and really get it into the powder puff. And then we're gonna press in that triangle motion. Think of like under your eyes, like this big triangle. This is how I like to think about it. It's like this. And that's where I like to focus my concealer and my powder. And I like to add a little bit just to kind of carve out the nose. We're also going to carve this bad boy out, setting where we put the concealer. Kind of baking, kind of not. I mean, it's like a light bake. You know, it's not like we're cooking some souffle. We're just maybe making some tiny little muffins. There's lots of bronzers I love, really truly. My favorite bronzer is this Hourglass Ambient Light Bronzer. This bronzer, I think you could put like 8,000 pounds of it onto your face and it would still look good. It blends beautifully on the skin. It never looks like there's too much of it. It has like shimmer in it, not sparkles, not glitter, but like very fine shimmer. So it's keeping that glowy look even though it's a powder. And we're just gonna put that where we put the cream bronzer, kind of wiping away any of this excess powder that we put on our cheek. And y'all know the three You've heard it. We love it. We use it. When it comes to powder blush, there are so many great ones. So at this point in time, just use whatever one is calling your name, really truly. My personal favorite, I don't even think you can buy this anymore, but this is the Hourglass palette. And I mix these two shades right here. They're so beautiful. And we're just gonna, you literally just place it where you put liquid and cream. Wherever you put the cream, you put the powder. And we put it on the eyelids. Okay, we're slaying. And I bet you're slaying too. If you're following this, you look hot. Let's get married. I like to add some fake freckles because again, I like it to still look somewhat natural. Like clearly I'm wearing makeup, but I don't want it to be like if you were far away, there could be like a possibility she wasn't wearing any makeup, but maybe that's just me being delusional. Anyway, I always just do these. This is Marilyn Scott, called Marilyn Scott. It's just like TikTok shop. I do like a little triangle, 3 little dots triangle, take my finger and then tap. Okay, I left them sitting there too long while I was chit-chatting to you guys. I do this like on the sides of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little on my cheeks. Not too much on my cheeks because then it kind of just looks way too unnatural. We still want to keep it, you know, natural looking so it's not like they're too fake. I think it can get out of hand sometimes and then it's like, ew. Okay, now we're gonna curl my eyelashes. This is the Tweezerman Just Original Eyelash Curler. It's the best eyelash curler I have ever tried. She's my baby. I love her. I mean, come on. That was just one little squeeze. For mascara, we keep it very light. I went like a year without wearing any mascara. All I would wear is Aqua on my lashes, which I still do. But my true love is this Glossier Lash Slick Shade Brown. If you have lighter colored eyes, try brown mascara. Just try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep using it. But try it. I've converted a lot of people to brown mascara, just so you know. I just like to put a little on the very tips of my eyelashes. I don't even get the root. And then I always just put like seriously the smallest bit on my bottom and I keep it on like the outer parts of my eyes. Now before we move on to lips, we're gonna set it all in place. This is my favorite setting spray, Hydro Grip, again by Milk, but it's their setting spray. And I'm gonna drench my face. Like it's gonna be a little crazy. I also kind of do the perimeter and avoid kind of the center. I feel like this is where it's more likely to get wiped off. And we don't want to spray the lashes too much because we don't want them to fall. And then I take some sort of fan, blow dryer, piece of mail, a book, whatever. I just have this cute little orange fan. And we just fan the face. And then I just kind of reset the center of my face with just any excess powder that's on my powder brush. Now, guys, it's my favorite part. The lips. I have so many lip liners that I love. My go-to that I reach for the most is the Say lip liner in the shade Twist. It is the most perfect, like dark pink, and it's creamy. It lasts a long time. I need to sharpen it. And I just line the lip. Oh, it's pigmented. It's creamy, it's smooth, not too hard where like it's pulling on your lips because then that's gonna create wrinkles in your lips, but it's not so creamy that it's just like slipping and sliding. And I just line the lips. Oh, it's just beautiful. There's so many lipsticks, lip glosses, lip oils that I love. Let me show you the ones that I like rotate through the most. These 4 are the ones I would say I grab the most. This is Rhode Shortcake. This was a summer edition shade, so he unfortunately does not make her anymore. Summer Fridays lip oil. This is the shade Rosebud. Love this. I've used like half of it already and I got it last month. And then this Dibs Beauty. This thing is like beaten up. This is in the shade Italian Soda. It's like the perfect pink. I love these glosses. It's sparkly. It's perfect. I'll probably use that today. And then I also love this MAC lip gloss. It's the Lip Glass in the shade Oyster Girl. This is a beautiful shimmery iridescent shade, like a light pink. I use this a lot too, and I will mix these two a lot, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Use this Italian Soda Dibs Beauty. Beautiful. And then a little of the MAC on. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. That was a good Irish accent. Clocked. Okay, boom. That is my makeup routine. The only makeup tutorial you're ever gonna need to watch because you cannot tell me that I did not say this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was in-depth enough for you. I tried to make it, I'm not very good at explaining things. I just kind of think y'all know exactly what's happening up in here and you just get it, but you don't. So I tried my best. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to slay. Don't forget to serve. I love you. Mwah. Love you. Bye.